Hi, I'm Jeff Berzesi, owner of the Closet Factory, and welcome to this episode of Operation ReOrganization.
I'm Tammy Sullivan, the sales manager. On today's episode, we will feature Jacinta Walker Featherston. Jacinta recently got married and purchased a new home, and she's told me that the one thing that she misses the most from her old condo were her closets.
Yeah, so that was first priority for Jacinta to get her closets done, and we're happy to oblige.
Sure.
And I think it was a bit of a challenge for Jacinta to design her own closet.
It was. Apparently, a designer has a harder time designing for themselves than for their clients.
I can relate to that because after 17 years of owning this business, I finally did my master closet. And it was a real challenge for me to get the design that I wanted. I had to redo it 3 times before I came up with a design that I thought was perfect for the space.
I think it's because you just know too much.
And there's so much product. We have
Right.
so many options and so many variations of what we can do. Our product line is so extensive that it's challenging to really sit down and try to incorporate everything in there.
It's been a really interesting time for home improvement for the entire industry, really. I know that you're an executive member of the local Builders Association.
Yeah, it's an interesting time right now with COVID, but the construction industry, remodeling and home improvement have been strong from the beginning of this thing through right now. And fortunately, we are very blessed that our businesses continue to be good. And it's really nice that we custom manufacture everything right here in our facility, and all of our product comes out of Carolina and local distributors. So it has not slowed us down at all, whereas some businesses have been slowed down because of manufacturing and the inability to get product that they need shipped in.
Right, right.
It's interesting because what I've found is more clients now are requesting home offices and flex spaces at home. Right now, people want all family members to be able to work from home.
Work, study, everyone needs their own personal space now, which needs more organization in your house.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if this trend continues and how long it continues, but the focus right now is for people to be able to work from home.
We believe there will be some sort of new normal, and your home is the most important place
To have organized.
to have organized.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoy this episode. We think it's going to be really good. We also have design tips from
Tina Ornsby,
one of our new designers who's really a up-and-comer, exciting.
superstar.
So we really hope you enjoy this episode.
Hi, I'm Jacinta with Closet Factory. Welcome to my new home. Come on in and check out the spaces that I have. So this is my new home, and you may remember my old home was actually a condo, but I had to move because of a couple of reasons. One, I got married last year, and we just wanted to have a new place to start over, start our lives with together. And this place is beautiful, but it's an older home. And so it has its challenges, and I've got lots of plans. It's a 3-bedroom, all brick ranch. It does have a very open living room, dining room and kitchen area, which I love because I enjoy entertaining and being able to have everyone kind of interact with one another. It also has a really cool feature that's a sunken in room, and that is turning into my office area and a den area. And I mean, the only thing I've gotten done, we've gotten moved in, we're still unpacking, but one thing that I'm definitely doing first is my closets. Because once you live with a custom Closet Factory closet, it is hard to live without one. This home, as nice as it is, has absolutely horrible closets. They're just your basic reach-in closets. Mine, was half functioning. It's not really still functioning now. So let me take you to it so you can really see what I'm talking about. And then we'll see what I've designed for the solution. So here we are in the master bedroom with the not so master closets. You may remember in my other closets, they were walk-in, and I was actually able to utilize the full vertical space of the closets because I designed mine going to the ceiling. I had double hanging. I was able to have, plenty of space to store my shoes. I even had drawers in that closet. So it really was a mini dressing room, if you will, because I was able to get dressed and had everything that I needed right there. This is quite different. So first of all, it's not a walk-in, it's a reach-in closet. And like most, reach-in closets, it just has one rod, going across. And this rod, as you can see, is on its last leg. It is bending and will probably break any day, which is why I have already designed a new closet and can't wait to get it installed. All of this, there's lots of space above it that's not being utilized, as well as even below it. Because there's not two rods and there's not double hanging. I mean, right now, I just have folded clothes in bins and boxes, which makes it really challenging to get to it. And honestly, I don't even wear them because I don't want to have to bend down and take the time to get through them. So they're just kind of there, but not really being worn. Then the other side, when we moved in, actually was just only had this one shelf, which I've got my bags on now. We actually had to go out and find another rod that we have just temporarily, mounted into the space because we didn't have enough room to hang all of our clothes. And so you can see we put that rod there so that we can at least hang some things. But down here, we've got shoes that there's just not enough space for. You really can't see them, can't get to them. This is one of my biggest pet peeves about closets, when you don't have shoe shelving. So I have designed a solution. Let me go show you what it is. Okay, so here we are at my office where I do all my, creative thinking on the computer. And, the master closet, as you saw, was just absolutely ridiculous. So I've come up with a solution that is going to be able to really maximize the vertical space in the closet so that I can hang more clothes in there, as well as make it, much more accessible and user-friendly for the other items like my folded clothes and my shoes. So if you take a look here, you can see how I've divided up the closet. So, even though it's only, 93 inches wide, and it's got your standard 8-foot ceilings. Actually, in an older home, it's just shy of 8 feet. I'm sure this home has probably settled over the years. But as you can see, I've actually decided to split it up into 4 sections. And because I'm keeping the sliding doors that are on the closet, I made it such that, there's pretty much, when you have 2 doors, all the way to the right, then you can see 2 full sections on the left. When you have all the doors to the left, then you can see 2 full sections, on the right-hand side. But I've decided to put 2 double hanging sections. I'm gonna put it in 3D mode as well so you can see. So this is what it'll look like. So if you imagine the doors are off of the closet, this is what it will look like inside. So you can see I will be able to almost double, if not triple, the hanging space, in this closet by doing 2 double hanging units on the far ends, as well as a space for long hanging. Because even though I don't wear a lot of dresses, I like to hang my pants long so that they don't have the little crease in the middle. I don't know, it's just one of my pet peeves. So my capris and my, pants, I always hang them long on hangers, but they don't take up as much space as like a long dress. So the height here will enable me to still have shelves above it so that I can store folded clothes. Right now they're just in like the bins at the bottom of the closet where I can't really see them and get to them. But here I will be able to, they'll be right at eye level, where I can still reach them and pull out a pair of jeans or pull out a pair of capris, because that's the type of things that I usually fold, as well as some of my t-shirts that I don't like to hang. Then over here, this is probably going to be my favorite area, the place for my shoes. so that they're not bundled in a heap on the bottom of the floor. Now they'll be able to, I'll be able to store shoes, and this should hold about 20 to 22 pairs of shoes. Because most of my shoes, I know I wear a size 9, so my, pairs of shoes are about 8 inches across. And I've given a little wiggle room here in case I allow my husband to put some of his shoes in here, although I have really another space planned for him. But I may let him sneak a few in, so I made it a little wider so it could fit 2 pairs of men's shoes as well. But that's kind of it. So you can see it'll be much more usable than it is now. And then even at the top, I've left strategically, about 12 to 13 inches. And I'm pretty tall, so I can still kind of reach up and reach in there, but that'll be the perfect place for storing my handbags. I don't have a ton of bags, but that will be the place, that I put those, because I kind of rotate mine out, and I've got maybe, 5 to 8 bags that I can put up there. It'll also be a neat place just to put a couple of personal items, that I keep in boxes that I can put up there that I just kind of want out of sight so that I can pull them down only when I need them. Okay, so there you have it. I have designed the closet and I am excited about seeing it come to fruition. And the next time you see me, it'll be on install day.
Hi everybody, I am Tina Ormsby with Closet Factory, your design consultant, and a pro tip today that I want to talk about is our 3 slide drawers. Let's show you on an easier way. So on our belt racks that we have, they're beautiful, they come out, and you can see the slides, how they work. 1, 2, 3. The reason that I want to point this out is because this belt rack comes completely out, as the same works for our drawers. Let's see. As we come over to the drawers, I wanted to point out the 3 pull system. It comes out easy, just as nice as can be. So the way that a system works, it works on the 1, 2, and the 3 slide rail system. The 3rd slide is in the back. It holds and supports the drawer. But as you can see, as we pull this beautiful drawer out, it is fully accessible. You can see everything, every part of the drawer, and there's nothing missed. Slow closes, finishes it off, and that's your pro tip today from Tina Ormsby at Closet Factory.
All right, I'm here today to do the master closet for one of our designers, Jacinta. I'm all ready, so let's go ahead and get this started. I am in the process of putting in the master closet. You see it's all backed, and I have to go all the way down to that part of the wall right there. Of course, I got to work around these doors, but it's nothing too difficult. We'll have all the drawers and rods put in place, and it should be pretty cool. One thing that's different, I don't know if it, I would really call it a complication, would be you'll see that the majority of the cleats and the baseboard are still in place, and that's due to the fact that this was all built in 1960, and of course, with the lead safe practices we have to do, in this case we can't remove that without doing like with the lead safe abatement procedures. So in this case, we're just putting it all up against the trim. It was measured to fit in between all the cleats, and the trim, so that way, you know, we're not having to worry about that being an issue being on the wall, because the majority of our units, you know, we take all the trim out and we put it up against the wall, but in this case, it's all going up against the trim. All right, the construction of the master closet is complete. I have all the shelves and the rods in place, and now I'm going to get a measurement of the bottom so I can go ahead and cut my piece of trim. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and fill some of these nail holes, get it cleaned up, and we'll get Jacinta in here. All right, your closet's all set.
All right, let me check out your handiwork, Mike.
All right.
Oh man, awesome, awesome, awesome. Perfect. It looks great. This is gonna be so much better than what was there before. I mean, total turnaround. Awesome.
Yeah, it was easy putting in. The designer did the measurements correctly.
Good. You didn't have to do any extra cuts.
I didn't have to do any extra cuts, exactly. Everything fit the way it was supposed to.
Awesome. I mean, just being able to have a place to put my shoes now is going to be phenomenal, because I've only been wearing like 2 or 3 pair.
Right.
Because I want to dig through the pile that was down there before.
Yeah, I like how you brought everything out to 16 inches deep. That was really cool.
Yeah, I did it because in my last closet, you know, I noticed how the places that were 12, the clothes stuck out so far that it really didn't have that custom feel. So this time I went with the 16 with the deeper panels, also because, you know, you end up storing things even on that bottom fixed shelf, you know, or at this top fixed shelf. So it's, you know, nice to have just a few extra inches. Exactly. Yep. And I did some slanted this time and some straight. I might let my husband put some of his shoes in here. I'm not sure. Technically, this little corner right here might be for him. So he can do some of his, you know, his shirts, his casual everyday shirts and casual everyday pants. But this way, the shoes will look so much better. I like the slanted shelves because it makes you feel like you're in a shoe store. You can see more of the shoe, you know, when they're on the slant. And then you've got the straight, but sometimes men feel like the slanted's a little feminine, so that's why I did some straight. So let me check out the other side.
Oh, yeah.
So this side's really more for my hanging. And I just did one kind of a long hang because I don't have a ton of dresses, and then I just have these so I can put some folded clothes there. And
I like the color you chose too. That's a really nice color with the backing.
The backing
really
made a huge difference.
Yes, it did.
And I mean, I actually added that at the end. At first, I was going to try to save a little money and not have the backing. But when I thought about, you know, all the old cleats and stuff that were going to be left in there, I just decided to spend a little extra money and go with the backing. That's right.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you for letting me go to the ceiling. I know it's difficult in a reach in.
That's all right.
But because I wear lots of things that are kind of long hanging, you know, kind of that medium hang, I still wanted to be able to double up. So I'll probably even stretch my rods farther apart than that just so I can double up clothes. Well, thank you so much, Mike.
You're quite welcome. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you, thank you. You did my last condo and now, so I had to have you come do this one.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right, everything's all set. Everything went without a hitch. She's totally happy. And the funny thing is, I remember I did her last closet, so apparently I'm her installer of choice. And it sure doesn't hurt that I'm also 4-time Installer of the Year award recipient. So, you know, I'm just saying. But all right, see y'all later.
I'm very pleased with what we have here because it is a vast improvement from what we had. So we've been here for a couple of months now, and I'm just ecstatic now that I'll really be able to maximize the use of this space. I mean, it's just a reach-in closet, but what was there before, literally just half a rod on, you know, a rod on just one half of the closet, and we had to do a kind of a makeshift one on the other side, and there was a lot of wasted space above and below that rod that now is going to be able to be utilized. So I'll be able to get a lot more clothes in. I'll be able to actually see my shoes, get some folded clothes in there that I've literally just had in bins on the floor. So now I can actually put them on a shelf where I can see them. So I'm excited. It was interesting because I was the client and the designer. My first instinct was to just design everything I wanted, cost not a factor. And then from there, you know, I had to kind of balance the two between client and designer. I could design, you know, the world, but then as a client, you know, and knowing what my budget is and what my husband is going to be willing to for us to spend, then I was able to find a happy medium. So, yep, putting the client and designer hat on together, I think helped. I am definitely looking forward to not only having the closets done, but I've got some other projects in the kitchen and the office, in the garage, oh my goodness, that definitely, and laundry room, the list goes on. So yes, you'll probably be seeing much more projects happening here.
Well, that was a great episode. We hope that you enjoyed it.
Thank you for joining us.